Welcome to your workout. I've got just a couple of minutes to get through this. Doggies probably want some attention and all that good stuff. Let's get started with some upper body circles. So you're just gonna sit tall. I have one foot in front of the other. Usually I sit and one foot is kind of tucked in there, but I'm gonna separate the feet out and we're just gonna roll forward and pressing the hips into the mat as you go. Just a couple on each side and then go the other way. Good. Just stretch it out. Then we're going to reach and do our mermaid style stretch. I'm pushing extra behind my back. If you can hear, my back is cracking. So you can modify this little stretch to target more of that lower back. Then switch. So I'm pushing behind my back to activate more of the lower spine. Feels good. Oh, there's the door. Okay, now we're going to take one foot at a time and extend it. So you can have grab on to your big toe, peace finger style, or hook your arm under the leg and stretch out that way. I'm just going to take my leg straight out like that and press a hand to the floor for counterbalance and try to sit up as tall as possible. If you need to come closer to your hip with that hand, you can try that. And let's go ahead and do like a single leg monkey stretch with this leg. Just pulse it out a couple of times. 4 and 5 and hold. A couple of breaths here. And then we're going to set it down. Then, well, maybe that was just a single breath. Take your other leg. Again, you can stick it out. I have one leg that's more flexible than the other. Stick it straight out, as straight as you can get it. Anchor your body with the opposite hand and see how far you can extend the leg. You can also do these standing if you're in a yoga class. These are great to help you for balance. You also might fall over, but you get right back up, and let's push out and in for 5. There are the doggies. They hear action outside. Then we're gonna go sit by the door, and 4 and 5. All right, and bring the leg back down. And then we're just gonna push into the stretch. We did this one in the video that I did yesterday. If you were watching that, I'm just pushing a little bit with my hands behind the back and just getting a little lift in the hips. Just a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna extend my legs for a stomach massage. So your legs are out and you're just gonna roll forward. And then you can even bring your feet in and push out. Pulling the abs to the center and out. And then we're going to grab one leg at a time and just flex and push out. Flex and push out. This helps you to straighten it. Holding it in that position, taking it with the opposite hand, cross the body with it to get that extra stretch down the side of your leg. And then go ahead and set it down. And now let's hook our arms under this leg and do some extensions. A few of these. And then take the leg with the opposite foot again and give it a little twist with your upper body. And then we're going to set it down. We're going to go into some bridge lift exercises. So come down all the way to your mat. Hips are pressed into the floor. Heels are down. Head is down. And you're just going to roll your hips up. These glutes are activated and lifting up and pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Up and down for a few. and hold here. You can clasp your hands together underneath and just hold. Again, working on activating the glutes. And then carefully unfolding the body. Now take one leg across the top of the knee, and we're going to lift up with a single leg bridge. Do about 10 of these. This is mostly a stretch focused workout, but you're still getting some of the muscle benefits. Switching the legs. This is also helping you to stretch out your lower back too when you press onto that inside of that leg. And let's lower and lift for 10. And that was 10. Then you can take your knees and windshield wipe and lower them from one side to the other. Let's do a couple of those. Taking the legs and extend them upward and flex your feet. And then we're going to reach and touch the shins. Keep going. 19 and 20. And then you're going to just take the legs. The heels are pushing out, and then you flex when you come back up. So lower the legs and lift them up. Lower and lift, keeping the back pressed into the mat. A few of these. You can take your time or go a little bit faster pace if you're comfortable and your back is staying neutral into the mat. Now let's do frog press, out wide and narrow. Keeping the back, again, it's pressed into the mat. And then bring it back. And then we're going to roll up like a ball, keeping one leg out front. So we're getting into a pigeon stretch. So your positions, my hip is not all the way to the floor, but if you wanted to, you can kind of push and bring this leg in if you wanted to, if that's an easier stretch for you. I'm going to keep that leg extended and flip my hip forward, and then you can either sit up tall or come down low. That's going to activate more of the glute stretch. You can wiggle into it a little bit. If you want, pick up the back leg, and then you can get into a glute stretch also. I mean, that's more of a quad stretch, not a glute. Then let's go ahead, switch out the legs. So I'm bringing my left leg forward, and again, my hip is not fully flush with the mat, but you can sit here, you can sit tall, take it down low if you want. Use it as your resting pose. And then you can also bring the back leg up if you want. And give that quad a good stretch. And then carefully release. And then I always like to push into a downward facing dog. The dogs are really good at this stretch, and you can shift your body weight to the left and the right and target the hips, and then roll into plank. Hold here just to feel a little bit more of the core burn. Hold here for a few seconds. You can roll it out if you want. Do a few of these little shifting motions. You can also do some shoulder taps while you're here. And then you can do a few plank launches. I'm just doing like 10 or 20 of each of these. That burns the quads a little bit. And then bring it down. And then you can go into your child's pose. And that's going to be it for today's little workout and stretch. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.